Chapter 18 of It's a Dangerous Business Going at Your Door by Jetfire 2012. That morning, all of the ponies woke up at once. They found a small crowd at the scene and a slight chill pervading the air. They laid out Applejack's tarp and both her and Rarity's blankets, cushioning them against the craggy rock below. Then the three of them had bundled together at Rainbow Dash's insistence. The sky blue Pegasus had slept between the white unicorn and orange earth pony, stretching her wings out over both of them, drawing them close to her. Now, as they woke, all three of them could feel each other's hearts beating amongst in unison. Rarity drew gently closer to Dash. You know, Applejack murmured slightly, Ponyville. Just let me sleep of us, I suppose, Dash said, nestling deeper into the blanket below her chin. So you girls couldn't make it up to me, because it's really cool. Now let's Twilight cast another cloud walking spell on us, Applejack pointed out. The message of the stricken unicorn served to focus Rarity's mind. Let's not waste too much time, she said, pulling away from Rainbow Dash and rising to her host. I think we can make it to a grow up a better finest today. But this does occurred. Getting to her host and flipping her hand. Of course, Rarity said. Dash flirted and trotted over to her saddlebags. She opened it and removed some carrots, half a loaf of bread, and a bundle of leaves containing the dear food's offerings. So, what are you girls hungry for? I'd like some carrots and some of that nan. Those pansies were mad tasty yesterday, Applejack said. I better not get too a taste of them, else I'm going to start nipping out on those ponies. I'm not surprised no ponies ever done that, Rarity said. I think the bread were thus to discover the sweet taste. Just gotta keep it to themselves, Applejack thought, taking up a carrot between her hooves. She took a bite too thoughtfully. I put something to this on. With a grin, Dash unwrapped the leaf bundle. Well, I'm going to have a pansy or two, so you all can have some too, or not. She pulled out the three brightly colored flowers and popped one in her mouth, chewing contentedly. They busied themselves eating for a few moments. Then Rarity said, Assuming we do find the right bed of it today. How is so reproceed? Well, we're definitely going to go back through the Shimmerwood, Apple said. I was wondering if we could just ask Laura to tell us for us back to Ponyville. It's a kind. Minnie, Rarity asked, raising an eyebrow. You don't want to go back to Glidedale? Parmalee does, the reserve pony said. She lingered in silence for a moment. Then she hardened her green eyes. Well, they're planting now at Sweet Apple Acres, and I've been gone nearly 2 weeks already. Can't afford any more time away. I've got my duty. But I think about it, Rarity said. I've been away so long also. Customers are probably getting desperate for some of my spring fashions. But the Mrs. Sweetie Belle hasn't seen me in so long. She must be worried sick. About the little fillies that looked up to her. Thought about her good friends and how they missed her. Thought about all the jobs she needed to do back in Ponyville. Yet she didn't fill herself with regret. You know, she began. She hesitated as the others turned their attention towards her. Duty's a funny thing. We all talk about other things than our ponies. But sometimes we forget we've got a duty to ourselves, too. I never forget that, Rarity said. Self-lost, others come first. Well, I guess there's that, Dash said. I wanted that to be her final contribution. She went on, however. They're all connected, though. All our duties, see. You can say that your duties to other ponies come first, but if you neglect yourself, you won't be able to help other ponies as well as you might. All this trip, all this time, we've been here because of your duty to Twilight. But we've also not had fully the time to let us take care of ourselves, either. And you spent all that time with Vashtail, Applejack, she pointed to the nearest pony. When I went to the dreaming with the pronghorns, when Flora taught us how to teleport, Rarity, and taught us all about the elements of harmony. That was important to each of us, and we needed to do it. But it wasn't just important for us. It was important for every pony who might someday need our help. Because we spent more time making ourselves better, we may be able to help other ponies that much more. Applejack was a bit surprised to hear such wisdom for the freewheeling Pegasus. As she looked at her old friend, now covered in dark swirling blue symbols, she could see kind of a bearing that wasn't there before. A kind of nobility. It hadn't come out overnight, so she hadn't noticed it happen. But she hadn't been paying attention. Now staring at her face. Rainbow Dash was proving her own point by her own subtle, final transformation. Let's settle this thing about Sugar Cube for sure, she said. I'll break it even when we get back. They're going to keep chasing because of this trip. I'm sure Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy are chasing their own way as well, Rarity added. And even Twilight Sparkle, though I wouldn't wish her experiences on any pony. When we're all together again, I suppose we'll truly be able to tell. She turned to Applejack. So Applejack, what makes you think Dave Allura could teleport us back to Ponyville? If he could do that, wouldn't he teleport us the rest of the way to the mountains? Applejack bowed her head. Mother, it's like Rainbow's been saying, you know? Maybe she figured we had to make the rest of the trip ourselves. So she maybe figured way up on hoof. Like we talked about coming back down the mountain, that's for sure. The White Unicorn thought for a moment. You know, you may be right. I don't know yet much about ponies being a seer. But one thing that seems to be true is that you have to be careful with what you tell ponies. If the future is really built on choices, and those choices react to circumstances, then I can see the value in sometimes withholding information from a pony. Hurt. But because if you do tell her about your future, it's going to change how she thinks about her choices when it comes time to make them. Perhaps knowing too much about the future is going to change the choices she makes. Resulting in she thought privately about Valeria's choice to let them lead to Silverwood. For some pony who could see the future, choosing not to act, but allowed the events to unfold naturally, was an accident itself. I have to remember that. She could. Abstract choose one final pansy carefully. Know the future. You know Twilight's going to give you a lecture when you tell her, Rat, she said with a smile. Perhaps I will tell her. Not yet, anyway. Eddie said. Valeria said the time was coming when we all know. Perhaps we should wait until then to mention these things. But when will we know? Dash asked. And maybe something we all have to feel. To feel it, Dash, and recognize it when it comes, White Unicorn said, rising to her hose. It's like when a pony gets that kitty mark. You know the moment when it happens. Every pony has an oldest for destiny, Dash said with a nod. That's something Firefly used to say. She was usually right. She stood up. I think we better get going. Twilight's still in danger. Round, Sugar Cube, Applejack said. Think you can pack up the food while we're already an hour up? Dash chuckled. Now you both have armor. It's so funny. She began to gather up the remaining bread and carrots. I never paid you for the warrior type, Rarity. Rarity gave her a demure smile as he trotted over to her neatly arranged armor. You should know by now, Dash, that the sport to me is the first class of success. Did you know I took a semester at horn fencing and fantasy school? You? Fencing? The Sky-Blue Pegasus laughed. Never would have seen it. Well, okay, I can see it now, but not before this trip. I did not get the vest, Rarity said, levitating the fine shards of her trail over her head. By the end of the class, though, I will see to that it. It teaches you to be observant and patient, to look for your moment, to wait for it to arrive, and when it comes, she tightened the armor around her torso with impulsive magic. You strike! Applejack tugged on her own flank to fasten the straps beneath her belly. Huh. You make it sound like apple bucking. The mayor dizzy. Take your careers out here. Except for the Kamungas, we ain't many at one. Mention again? Yours pony mumbled. I don't recall, to be honest. The Earth Pony and the Unicorn consumed themselves with fascinating respective sets of armor. When they were finished, Rainbow Dash had packed up all the food and even folded up the tarpon blankets, putting those of their saddlebags to their flanks, while Dash wrapped her scarf around her neck. Their effects were securely stowed. The three ponies walked side by side out of the grotto. They were decently high in the Arkback Mountains. The crisp air around them, the wind a light but cool breeze. Clydesdale shone gold far below them, the sun just rising ahead of them in the east. Breckenbridge Mountains. Guess. You won't go up ahead of us? Check for bad votes? I did think about it, Dash said. She grinned. Tell you what, brings in 2 hours. I'll stick it with you girls. You don't even have a clock with you, Rarity said, the sunlight sparkling off the crystal crest of her helmet. Trust me, I'm not done, Rarity said, turning back out the steeper rocket. She launched herself forward and fell at gallop. Applejack clicked behind her. Rear. Rainbow's sleek tail flapping behind her as she pounded her hose against the dark stone, leaping over ever higher into the Arkbacks. Twice Sparkle screamed as another cracking bolt landed off her horn, striking one of the walls of her bedroom. She thrashed about under her covers, sweat pouring down her face. Her horn was almost totally black. Tears leaked through the corners of her tightly set eyes. She wasn't even thinking, just experiencing, a slave to her blinding, agonizing pain, a pain that none of the available painkillers could abate. She's getting much hotter. More water! More water! Sakura cried, feeling the Labrador's horn's forehead with the back of her hoof. Apple dashed out of the bedroom, and a wire in the sink was running moments later.
Oh, oh, if Spike were here.
Fluttershy cried, desperately sniffing her hooves. He had sent Spike into the ever-free forest against a poisoned joke. Sakura said his body-altering properties made it a strong painkiller. Spike's scales were protected from getting its strange side effects.
I think we need to contact Priscilla Celestia now.
No! Twilight screamed. No! Friends! Her voice was slurred, mind fuzzing.
They'll make it in time. I know they will.
Pinkie Pie cried, bouncing in place. Each pounding her hose on the floor was like striking her hammer, banging on the drum. Fluttershy seemed like a terrible countdown began.
Gotta keep Twilight going just a little longer.
The fiery yellow Pegasus swallowed hard. She had first broached the subject of contacting Princess Celestia 5 days ago, but both Twilight and Pinkie disagreed. Twilight's refusal had been unusual. She was normally quick to contact her teacher, and Elder Unicorn had explained that she trusted Applejack and Rainbow Dash to retrieve the bed of Violet in time. She had a deep-seated fear she would be betraying them if she went to Celestia. This was coupled with a strange worry about bothering the princess, as though it would be a person suspected that Hornrot was affecting Twilight's thinking. With her undying faith in her abilities of her friends, had been quick to support her in this. The two of them had succeeded multiple times in overcoming weakness. She should have been demanding, but they were so. Now, though, Sakura was here. Fluttershy knew the zebra was concerned about Twilight as she was. Pinkie, I know you have faith in your friends, she said firmly, but we do not accept.
Oh, I know.
The pink pony's eyes were bright. She seemed to only got more tearful.
I know they'll do it. They'll do it. It'll be spectacular. And we'll all says. Twilight's not thinking right now, Pinkie.
Fluttershy said.
We need to do something now.
Apple buzzed back in with a applied directly to Twilight's forehead. Suddenly, a spark popped off the top of her horn. Her eyes shot open, empty and glowing white. Beware the beast that curse the earth! I slept tightly again, arched her back in agony.
What's that, Molly?
Applebloom asked, cheerfully,
And
legs going one way, some going the other. She toppled over.
Not now, Pinkie Pie.
Fluttershy snapped, an unusual note of annoyance crawling to her voice. Fluttershy was surprised to see what had fallen her. Pinkie was on her back, her legs were moving in the air. About her front left leg, her left back leg would move back, while her left legs moved forward. Right leg's forward, left leg's back, left leg's forward, right forward.
Yeah, I just knew something big's gotta happen. Oh, my.
Applebloom said.
I've never seen it before.
Pinkie Pie said.
Yes, I'm writing about something I didn't think was going to be right about. Really?
Despite the chaos and deadly danger of Twilight, she couldn't help but raise her eyebrows.
And that doesn't happen very often? Not really, Pinkie said tearfully. I'm usually spot on. Yeah, but I'll be first as a door.
Applebloom said, snapping her small hoof on the ground, much like her sister.
We just gotta kick Twilight for down, and at least contact Princess Celestia. Please, Pinkie.
Fluttershy said, pleading in her voice.
Just in case, and Applejack and the others are going to save Twilight, so either they will or they won't. The Princess Celestia could save her, or do something for her, but only she knows.
Her twits banging, the pink earth bone rolled on her belly, sprawling her legs out on the floor. She put her up to her chest, screwing up her face.
Woo!
She grinned out.
Okie dokie, just make you all feel better, though. We won't need Princess Celestia, though. You'll see. Alright, when Spike gets back, no more argument.
Cora pressed the wet washcloth harder into her forehead, lightly to the units.
Your Twilight didn't even last that long.
Yet, the next hour or two would be crucial. Even contacting Princess Celestia required Spike to be here. They had no way of knowing when he would be back. Fluttershy didn't dare leave Twilight's side to find him. None of them did. She felt like she might cry, but she couldn't. Not with Applebloom here. She needed to be strong, but she felt so helpless. Put her front hose together. She thought,
I remember what you said to us the day you came back. You told us you had given up on yourself. That even as Nightmare Moon you were to be appreciated. But you thought there was no hope left for that. So you're focused on making every pony feel pain as revenge. But you said that we brought you back to yourself. And every pony in Ponyville did realize there's always been help for you. And every pony. You told us that you were going to take on a new defined role. Because you had been helped when that seemed impossible. You're going to become the patroness of desperate causes. pretty proud of you now. And I know I should have prayed sooner. But now things are very desperate you more than ever. I know you're probably asleep by now. But please, hear my prayer. Don't let my friend die.
The path turned sharply. Right. Changing direction without losing speed. As he had been bothered to think about it, probably been amazed at her physical development. She had been worn out climbing the Dragonbranch Mountains almost 2 weeks ago. Her silver armor flashed in the sun. The wind was cold around her. But she found she didn't mind once he might have. Behind her, Applejack kept pace. Yet, the path was narrower, rockier, and higher, but they hadn't slackened their pace. They were going to do it. They were going to be in the midst of the mountains before noon. Long before. They could probably find the bed of Violet in no time. Twilight, we're going to do it. Then she thought inevitably about what would happen after. Could Floria telephone him back? As he could, Applejack was prepared to. Maybe that was why the Golden Hind had been so hesitant to agree with her statements about the return journey. She would ask for it, even though her heart ached. She thought of him by her side, running with her. She knew he was so tough, muscled, and lean. He would lean against her, breath on her neck, and say to her ear, "Do what you must." He would understand. And she knew he would see him again one day. She knew it in her heart. It wasn't seeing. It wasn't what Flurry did, but she knew. Along Lake McIntosh to Gray Smith, and I bet Appleton would love him. But he loved the farm too. They have real honest to goodness apple to eat. I was gonna give him some of our apples. We have feet spare. They passed between two great cliffs, and Rarity skidded to a halt. Catching up with her, Applejack and Rainbow Dash found themselves looking down into a great gorge, the path winding widely, and on the other side the peak they had just passed. Deep at the bottom, a small stream passed through. There was a perimeter of grass around it. Reserve Party traced the stream down to the south, where the gorge opened up a great valley. There was green there, and she could see that was liberally speckled with purple. "There!" she yelled, pointing with her hoof. "Those have gotta be the bed of violets!" "I'll go check it out. You two hurry as fast as you can," Dash cried, flapping her wings. "Remember, look for one that's bright purple," Randy cried as Sky Blue Pegasus shot away. "Right!" she shouted over her shoulder. "Come on!" Applejack shouted, taking the lead down the path close behind her. Wound widely around the peak, bending down, then rising back up and over. But they galloped. They almost broke into a full run. This was it. They were here. Winding their way around the corner, opening into almost a full road. It curved again. It then descended, bending off into a right into a field of green grass. The valley they were in was enormous, easily a mile broad, an untold number of miles off to the south. The stream was running through a glitter of silver. Most of them were violets! Rarity squealed. There were so many of them. Quite apart from her circumstantial joy, gorgeous. Their petals were broad at the base, narrowing out into what seemed to be true points, 5 of them making almost a beautiful star shape. Very male jet black, with stomach stretching out the purest colors of rich, deep shade of violet. That made her stop. Pause. Too deep. Applejack noticed as well. "They're all dark!" she cried. "They've been growing too long." "Oh dear!" Sloshing around in her heart. There was a swish of wind. Rainbow Dash came galloping just ahead of her, skating to a stop before her friends. "They're all too dark!" she cried, her features betraying a panic. "Come on now, Rainbow! You can't have seen all of them!" Applejack said, though her guts were contracting in terror. "Yes, I did! I flew over and over and over!" "How to set on hoof?" Rarity snapped, refusing to spare. "Oh, Zach, you take that side of the story, and I'll take this side. Move as quickly as you can, but be careful. Dash, fly and zigzag over the field. Keep your eyes peeled," Rarity said with a steel in her voice. "Guy again," out the white unicorn advised. Applejack galloped through the fields, single bound and setting off, combing the grass, quickly as he could, ever fixed on the ground. Rarity swept her blue eyes from side to side as he galloped. Something in her heart was telling her she had to hurry. She had to pry a properly colored bell of violet very soon. She crossed from one side of the field to the other, always moving. She had no idea how big this valley was. She knew it was used to a fertile soil. Almost an hour later, she and Applejack right back at the head of the valley. They hadn't gone the whole length of it. It was too big, but they see enough. "Anything?" "Now, brought one to sweet sign," Applejack said, stopping her hoof. "I told you!" Rainbow Dash said, dropping out of the sky with them. "But there's gotta be a lot. We can't keep searching. Wish we had more Pegasus with us." "Hang up!" Rarity stopped hard. Her eyes widened, smiled enormously, glancing at Das. Oh, Das, you didn't even need to correct you. Why, I could just kiss you. Her hose around Das's neck. The sky blue Pegasus was taken aback for a moment, then grinned slyly. Well, if you want to. Hmm. Rare Dash! Was not expecting that. To see me a little moist, I planted a soft kiss on Das's forehead. Then, now don't say I never did it. Alright, that does prove my lesson to open your feet. Applejack said with a nod. Well, we gotta keep focused. We gotta find another field. Say, Reddy said, turning to the north. Could there be a field on the other end of that gorge? She squinted, trying to look through a narrow, rocky valley. On the other end of it, some distance away, she thought she could. I think it is! Yeah, I see it! Das cried. I'm going to check it out. You girls wait here. She flapped her wings and was gone in a rainbow streak, her scarf fluttering in the breeze behind her. Oh, she noticed as the sky grew dim. Looking up, she watched the dark gray clouds rolling silently overhead. The wind was picking up as well, getting colder. Uh-oh, she muttered. There's a storm coming. Up here, it's called to be a snowstorm, I suppose, Brady muttered. We'll never find him. It was going faster than normal. Chalk it up to the hazy scarf, she thought. Kinda never to think. In no time, she crossed the gorge and was above another valley. This one narrower than the first. It too was filled with wildflowers. Many of them were a bed of violets, but they were all dark purple, just as before. She trained her Pegasus eyes, scouring the ground, looking. She glanced further. More dark purple, more dark purple. Then it was on a low, wide, strangely shaped hill. The highest point, a single bed of violet. It was such a violet shade of purple it made her blink. She couldn't resist swinging back around, flying towards her friends again. I see it! She said. I see a bed of violet! I see one that's the right color! Now go get it! Applejack cried on top of her lungs. Hurry! The sky was completely gray now. The wind began to howl. There's a storm coming! Nodding, Free of course took a time, her heart pumping. Every hair on her body, every finger and wings alive, surged out of her like an ocean upon the shore. There was an import to this moment. She could feel it. This was the culmination of their long, hard journey. She flew low, coming down towards the hill. She hit it hard and galloped forward. The grass pressing aside as she moved. Snowflakes began to gently descend from the sky. She skidded to a halt near the hill summit. A shadow depressed the grass. The ground here was extremely soft. The vampire was less than 100. Okay, she yelled, jumping into the air, slamming her hose on the ground hard once she landed. The ground began to rumble. As his body trembled, the earth shook. The whole shook. Leaves began to spread apart beneath her, nearly dragging her to the ground. She flapped her wings and hovered. Grass and dirt peeled away as the earth under her split beneath it. Growing steadily larger was a field of green, strangely thick, almost wet-looking. Whirling around the air, that saw it continue for more than 20 feet the other direction. She spun again and saw it continue for another 20 feet, still growing bigger. So she looked just beneath her. Here the green was not. This place was thick, empty black. Mountains were still trembling. In fact, louder and louder. She flapped her wings backward, pulling away from the hill. The field of sea green was brilliant and unnatural. She realized that the black she had seen was a line that nearly bisected the green. It was thicker than the 2 points side by side. The sea green stopped expanding, now making a strangely ovoid sea. For the moment, mountain range was still. The great black line twisted from side to side, sending Dass's heart to her throat. Then the line narrowed. The hill exploded. Dirt and grass and flowers and rock flew everywhere, filling the air that was the fairy ground beneath her rose. She flew skyward, but it followed her higher and higher, whole fields worth of brown dirt falling away, revealing blackness, revealing slickness. Still, the bright purple bed of violet was intact. It seemed to be wedged in some kind of crevice, but taller than Sukaku Corner. Taking the arch back to the south, flying to where knew her friends were, snow now falling in the air around her. It was like a rarity with keeping it to sight before them. A huge chunk of the mountain had now risen to the air, continued to rise on a titanic column of blackness. The narrow gorge exploded. Chunks of stone the size of Applejack's barn, the size of Pineville's library, flying hundreds of feet skyward in every direction. Water sprang everywhere as the stream was torn apart. A sky blue blur was suddenly hurling towards them, sneaking to a top, Suddenly, Blameless Death hovered in front and screamed, "Run!" Applejack Ray needed no further encouragement. They turned and galloped. No, they ran as fast as their legs could carry them. Seeing to their heels, the valley shredded. Hills of dirt, acres of grass tearing apart and flying away. Mountains were shattering. They ran and ran for minutes, foam flecking the corners of their mouths. Dash flying right beside them, not wanting to leave them, though she was filled with fear. Minutes turned to tens of minutes, and they still ran, panting. Still the mountains shuddered, and still when they looked over their shoulders, too thick, filling the horizon, unable to be properly studied. At last they reached the end of the long valley, a steep incline. They lost their footing and tumbled down on it. Rarity, having the presence of mind to turn or fall, did not catch. They tumbled down and down until they reached a barren field of stone, mountain peaks stretching and curving overhead all around, like an arena, like a stadium. Das looked ahead, and briefly glanced at the crumbling stone structure. A long table, an ancient barren vista. Her friends got to their hoses still ran, running across the bare rock, until finally Rarity's newfound endurance was stopped, panting and haggard for breath in the increasingly cold air. Applejack stopped as well, her breath coming out of the fog. Applejack scanned to a stop as all she could say before but she got no further. Pervaded the whole of the air. 2 miles, 10 miles more into the sky. Some of his body, perhaps most of his body, still seemed to be submerged in the earth. But what protruded out and up was a broad and wholly everfree forest. It was jet black all over, even on its vast belly, up and up, craning their necks to see, till their wandering eyes stopped at the huge head, bigger than Canterlot, shaped like a giant spade. 4 blazing green eyes, each one bigger than an Ursa Major, fitted with unholy speed across the world, the thick black lines of pupils. It opened its mouth, fangs the size of plentiful more dull bone white. A long, dull blue tongue, wider than a dragon's wingspan, longer than the road between Ponyville and the everfree forest lined out, flicked. Another hiss rose in the wind. Applejack swallowed hard. Now she remembered what Pinkie Pie had said. "You reckon that's the world's like?" "Yeah," Dash said. "I reckon."